Fifi, Fiv and Nick give a fox about Melbourne.
We love this city.
It's the Foxes, Fifi, Fiv and Nick.
Wake up with Fifi, Fev and Nick.
Fifi, Fev and Nick's podcast is thanks to What If. You're only a what if away from a great summer holiday. What if it's Aussie for travel?
Friday's live. Mariah Carey, Pitbull, coming to Melbourne. That's going to be huge. And Mariah is a big get for anyone. And she's a big interview. And I interviewed her a few months ago when we announced she was going to be coming for Friday's live. And I've just watched her another interview. Now, this is interesting. She's been interviewed by an American, podcaster. Where was it, Leon?
BBC in the UK.
Oh, in
BBC
the UK. BBC Two. I think this interviewer got quite perplexed. I can relate to him being perplexed. I'll talk about that in a moment. But this is fascinating to think something that was in the zeitgeist that everyone, particularly in the world of celebrity, knew about, but it just slipped past Mariah.
Would you fancy going to space? You know, like Katy Perry did.
Did she go to space?
Not for long. I think it was
Where'd she go?
space, into orbit and back.
She's like floating in the...
Yeah.
And this is true.
I've not made this up. This is true.
Wow.
I know.
All right, Katy.
She was proper in space.
I'm not mad at her. That's pretty amazing.
Yeah. I mean, she hasn't stopped talking about it since, but it happened. Would you do it?
I think I've done enough.
She's in space.
She's an absolute
she's cooked.
cadet.
What the hell? She's in her own little rocket ship.
Didn't see her up there, Mariah.
She's on the Nike. She's on the Nike ticks.
All the things I was going to dance around. But yeah, look,
No.
when
This
I
isn't a
was
minefield. Just run through.
When I was speaking to Mariah,
Yeah.
I got the sense she was really
She's
tired.
relaxed. Oh, relaxed or tired, a
relaxed.
combination.
There we go. Just a relaxed tired.
Would you say her muscles were really relaxed?
Well, interestingly, in this interview she just did with this BBC presenter, she was wearing black Ray-Bans.
Always
When I
good.
was interviewing her, I don't know that I saw her physically move. Like, I'm not kidding. At one point I said to Jacina, do you think it's a mannequin? Like, I don't know
like
that
AI.
she's actually there.
Wow.
I don't know if she's there either.
She sounds like she was on the Michael Jackson cocktail. Mate, she was cooked. How does she not know that Katy Perry went to space?
No, you know what? What a world to live in. I wish I didn't know Katy Perry went to space.
Yeah, but everybody
I'm actually
knows.
jealous of Mariah.
There's no way she
I'm
didn't know.
Genuinely
She's scattered.
jealous. She doesn't know anything that's
No,
going on.
I hope she knows she's coming to R&B Fridays Live.
Mariah, do you know that you're coming to R&B Fridays Live?
Wow.
She's pumped up. She's pumped up for it.
1019 The Fox.
Remember when I came back from Singapore and I had a Labubu and I said, guys, and you were like, what is this you're talking about? Because Labubu swept China and a lot of Southeast Asia before they got here, and now they're in the US. Like, the US are where we were at a few months ago with Labubus. Oh, they've gone crazy for Labubus.
You'd think they'd be bloody before.
No, I think
a bit on.
it's just the way the bird flies.
Yeah.
It just goes that way. It comes down here and then goes off to America. But this is now happening with a big trend in
That's
China.
another made-up saying, surely. That's the way the bird flies. I've heard the crow.
But mine wasn't.
Just while we're making sayings
It's the way
up
the
throughout
cookie
the whole
crumbles
show.
or the way it is.
Yeah.
Just
I've heard
the way it is.
Okay,
the way the crow flies.
That's the way the river flows. How's
Well,
that?
you don't know which way it does fly.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
From yesterday. It's better when it's
Is it
north.
up or is it down?
Dentists in China are losing their minds, and they're making really impactful pleas to citizens to adults stop popping pacifiers in their mouths like dummies, because it's a craze. It's a really bizarre new fad. It's a self-soothing practice.
No.
And it's taking hold in the US. So
I wouldn't
maybe
mind a
it's
teat in my mouth every now and again.
Well, I think that's the idea. There's silicon
You got a similar thing just there. Fruit flavour one.
They're being pitched as sleep aids, stress relievers, and it's really interesting, isn't it? Because I always wanted a dummy. I remember when I was like a kid, a teenager even, if I found one, I'd go, oh, I love that. Like, I wanted to.
Really?
Can we dress
suck
you up
a
in
dummy.
a big nappy and a dummy?
And then I thought when I had babies, I was like, this is great. Now I finally get a dummy.
Now we can all have one.
And my daughters would not take one.
Oh,
like, I
really?
was
They never had
forcing
dummies?
it in their mouths,
That's
like
right.
holding it in. They'd spit it out the second my hand went away. They did not want. Mind you, they were on the
They had
bed
a-
for a long
they had a
time.
big- they had a
So
big dummy.
They didn't really need the dummy, I guess. But I love the idea of a dummy.
No.
Really?
You're an adult.
Yeah, but there's something, don't you find
Self-soothe like a regular adult. Have 12 beers. That's self-soothing. You're meant to relax. No, don't. I don't.
about-
I'm surprised it got to dentists in China because if I came in with a dummy, I would have been bullied so hard.
No, you wouldn't.
It doesn't have to get to a medical
we'd
professional.
say, are you okay? Do you, boo? We'd be right. We'd rub your back.
Absolutely not.
What
That
if
would not
Luch
be
come into
happening.
you and she was like, wah, with a dummy and going, let's go, big boy?
Yuck. I find none of that good. That's awful.
Melbourne's 1019, The Fox.
I want to start this, preface it by saying, I wish I believed in psychics. Because I think,
They're
love,
real-ish.
you know me, I love rom-coms, I love all things fantasy. I'm a Disney-phile. Like,
Yeah.
I love believing in things that aren't true. But for some reason, I don't know why. What are you laughing at?
It's Disney file.
It didn't come out right.
Nah.
I love everything. I love the fantastical. Game of Thrones. There we go. I love
Yeah.
anything that's not real, but I can't get my head around somebody knowing what's going to happen in the future.
Yeah.
And I've got girlfriends that believe in it and regularly see a psychic.
I
and
semi believe in it.
Well, I know you
Because things do come true. Like they
Yeah, but
do.
it's a scattergun approach. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
like,
you say enough.
Well,
it's
if
like
you-
horoscopes.
when you're overseas and someone says something to you and they've got no idea who you are, you've never met them before, and they nail it,
Yeah.
you go, whoa.
Well,
Sir, get me out of this headlock or I'll sue you. Whoa! This guy predicted the future.
you
I
did.
brought this up because a big famous American TV psychic just passed away, Sylvia
Oh.
Brown. Have you ever heard of her?
No.
I'm not saying that.
By the
No.
way, if psychics were, they would have DM'd you this morning. Said,
told
Fee,
me.
we know what you're going to do.
Well,
Don't
the
even think
sad
about
thing
it."
for Brown is she did predict that she would die at 88, and she passed at 77.
Oh, well, she had a
So
crash. She knew it
she
was going
missed
to be
that.
In
a
11.
times
But why
11 number.
she's so famous is because she just kept getting it wrong. And see, I find that funny.
that's
I
good.
find a celebrity psychic. She's on all the TV talk shows in America, and she keeps getting everything wrong. Because we always hear about who is it, Baba Ganoush and the
Nostradamus.
Nostradamus, and they.
Baba Ganoush. Isn't that a
Ganoush.
dip?
Yes.
Mate, Baba
Baba
Ganoush
Ganoush
is
is
a
a
dip.
dip.
There's an eggplant dip from Turkey.
Yeah.
No, isn't Baba Mama?
Baba
Venga.
That's
Oh, my God.
Baba Venga.
Baba Venga, she's the very old lady
The
who's
Venga boy.
predicted 9/11
Yes.
and world wars. And I love that there's a psychic that is now being celebrated for everything she got wrong.
What else? What she get
Well,
wrong?
she was
I'd like to
famous.
hear
So
this.
in the States, they would often turn to her for missing persons, and she just kept
couldn't
getting
find
it
him.
wrong. They would they were getting like diggers, and
God.
they were digging up car parks and football fields because she said there was a body, and
Wow.
there wasn't.
That's like a medium,
And
isn't
they
it?
kept going
Sounds like
back to a medium is a psychic.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I knew that.
Oh. Anyway, I am going to open the phones 131060 because firstly, if you want to defend the psychics and say they have predicted something accurately, great, love to hear that. But would really love to hear when they've got it wrong. Because
Yeah.
they're the ones you never hear. You never hear when they spectacularly fail because we want to believe. So we sort of, as you said, Nick, we carve away all the things they're saying that never come true. But
Yeah.
I'd actually like to celebrate the fails.
We get a famous one in here sometimes.
John Edward.
Yeah.
So good. He's a medium.
He's
though.
incredible.
It's different.
He is incredible. I love watching him work.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
Did
brilliant.
yeah. And he'll
He's-
nail it too. He'll be
Yeah.
like, did something happen to someone you know in the first 10 months of the year?
No,
And
he
they'll say
doesn't
yes.
say that. Don't put
Jesus.
him down.
How did this guy know? Oh, Baba Ganoush over here.
I'm not
Tops
taking
at
that.
Tiki Tim.
No.
13, 10, 60. What did the psychic say?
Next time he comes in, I'm playing him that audio.
Melbourne's 1019, The Fox.
We are now talking psychics because I want to. I genuinely do. I just go,
Embrace
how
it.
do you know what's going to happen in the future? And then you hear stories, and they're the
Time
ones that get me.
travelers, man.
And it's like John Edward. I watch and I go, how
Good.
did he get that right? So I'm open to it, but I am a bit of a non-believer. Katrina from Altona. Hi, Katrina.
Hi, guys. Hi, Fifi, Seven, Nick.
G'day,
Morning.
Katrina, morning. Have you had a psychic win or a psychic fail?
Oh, massive psychic fail, and I'm a bit unhappy about it because I've been joking with my family and friends for 25 years, and now it's all over because it hasn't come true.
Oh,
What did they predict?
Well, for my 30th birthday party, I decided to bring Mystic Kate to the party for a bit of flavour, you know, a bit of fun. She did everyone's palm reading and aura reading and all the rest of it, and not me. Till the very end of the night, she was so drunk. She told me I would get married when I turned 55. It would be my 5th relationship, and I would get married in Westminster Abbey, which means a royal.
She's aimed for the top.
Mate, she was drunk. How did you play on that for
No.
25 years you hung on that?
Well, because my family likes to take the piss.
Oh, have you had the 5 relationships?
She had the piss.
I thought at the time, I've already had 5 relationships. What's going on?
Oh, so she was off from the start.
I know, but last month I turned 56, so it is all over for me. Mr. Kate got it so wrong.
Not planning a trip to London, Katrina, just to hang outside Westminster Abbey.
I really wanted a prince. I wanted my prince.
Hey, Katrina, how are the dating apps? Any tips? Are you on dating apps?
No, I'm not into. Every time I go on a dating app, it lasts about a week, and I get so frustrated because it's just rubbish. They don't look like they should. They're not the age they should. They're not the gender they should. They say they are. Like all the information is magical and mystical on its own.
There you go.
Oh, well, that's good, Katrina. I've just spent 24 hours on a dating app. And
get the right genders?
Well, we'll find out soon. Thank you for sharing that. Penny in Lilydale. Hi, Pen.
Hey, how you going, guys?
Penny.
Now, Penny, I feel like we know each other well. You're a regular caller on the show. I feel like you wouldn't necessarily believe in psychics.
Yeah.
Oh, I gave it a crack. She said, in my late 30s, you know, a man's going to come and sweep you off your feet. And anyway, fast forward a few years later, I married a woman.
So she was right off.
In her defence, I haven't always had short hair and Converse shoes, you know what I
mean? Melbourne's 1019, The Fox.
I love when people come to me with advice now, because I just think you get to an age where you are blunter.
With advice or for advice?
No, for advice.
For advice.
Yeah, like if someone asks me advice, I just spit it out. I go, this is...
No filter.
Yeah, and I think you just start to realise, gosh, you spend a lot of your youth tiptoeing around worried about just rip Band-Aids off, get it done. But I did have a friend mention she's been dating a guy and she's on the apps, and I've never done apps, so I love living vicariously through people doing apps. So I've anyway, one guy has stuck and she's had trouble getting, you know, guys she likes. Anyway, this guy has stuck and it's been maybe 6 weeks and he's ticked all boxes. And that's the thing too. I think the older you get, the more boxes you need ticked, because you start to go,
I thought it'd be less. Yeah.
No, well, I'm can only think for friends of mine. Things they would have put up with in their 20s, in their 40s, they're like, nah, they're not putting up with that.
Yeah.
Anyway, and he's doing a lot. But there's one thing that he is doing that I think is very trivial, but I also think once you get even a slight ick, once the ick's set in, it's done.
Yep.
I don't think you should even push on. Anyway, interestingly, the one thing that she's not tolerating well is the way he eats. So it's
mouth open.
Yeah, mouth open.
Oh,
but
like a cow.
And at first I said to her, yeah, but that can be fixed. Like,
no, I can't. Not at that age.
You don't think at that age?
Just
not at that age.
Blend his food up and
That's
sip
your
it out of a
parents'
straw.
job. My dad would, he would lose his mind if I chewed with my mouth open. He would melt.
Yeah, which is good, because I think you have to get in early when they're young. I occasionally remind the girls, mouth closed while you're eating. It's important to get it, but I just think there are things, trivial things that you can break up over. And I said to her, my final bit of advice was, okay, we'll just end it then, but just know that you're breaking up with somebody over the way they chew food. Like you've got to live with that. This guy could have been amazing. He could have been a great soulmate for the rest of your life. But the way, and I think it means that much to her. And it's the trivial things. And I can only think back, I remember when I was a fair bit younger, I really liked this guy and we were dating and we'd been together for quite a while. And the one thing I just couldn't cope with was a necklace he wore.
Around his ankle?
And I know that sounds so... No!
Ankle bracelet?
It was like he was into those big tiki, looked like he was hosting Survivor.
Yeah.
And I used to hide it. Like I occasionally once I dropped it down the back of his bed because I thought we'll just get rid of that.
And he found it?
He eventually found it, took about a month. Anyway, he found it. And I'm not saying I didn't break, that wasn't the reason we broke up, but I remember genuinely going, no, I can't do that necklace. And it means a lot to him, but for him it was a spiritual thing and he loved it and it meant a lot to him. And I just thought, no, I can't do it. I can't do the necklace.
See, with your mate with the chewing, what's that, a half an hour of a 24-hour day? You have to put up with it.
No,
that's a lot.
Yeah, I agree. Eating's a lot.
Yeah, I know, but it's he could be perfect.
Well, that's the thing. And the older you get too, you're less options. Like, are you going to leave this guy? I know I'm a bit conflicted, but people do break up with people for ridiculous reasons. I was only hearing this morning another story about a woman who broke up with a guy because he ate her donut. So she'd bought herself a donut to eat and he ate it and she ended the relationship.
Oh.
Like that just feels like that's a fight. That's an argument. Yeah. And then you move on.
I eat all my wife's chocolate because she'll have the same Easter eggs next Easter. She just doesn't eat them. So I'm going to eat them.
Well, I'm with you because... No, sorry, I'm not with you. I'm always with Luch, just so you know, and hopefully Luch is listening. I'm always with Luch.
Jesus, she's not going to tell you off. Relax.
But I'm like that with my kids. Like if I see chocolate they're not eating, I just go, well, you're not eating that, so I'm going to eat it.
For sure.
Shouldn't eat my kids' chocolate. But 13, 10, 60, trivial breakups. Come on, fess up to reasons you've ended it with somebody and it's probably very trivial and in the scheme of things, not something you should maybe give up on somebody for.
Let's take your calls straight after this at the Fox.
Melbourne's 1019, The Fox.
Just talking about trivial reasons to break up with people, and I don't think I've ever seen that many calls about breakups. Look at the number of people who have called through with trivial reasons to break up with people. Alicia from Reservoir. Hi, Alicia.
Good morning, Fifi, Fev and Nick. How are you guys?
Very well. Thank you, Alicia. You're very polite, well-spoken. I can't imagine.
I have my son in the car with me. We listen to you guys every morning. So thanks for entertaining us on the way to school.
Hey, what's his name?
Ethan.
Hey, Ethan. Hey. Now, Alicia, this will be an interesting story to tell in front of Ethan.
He already heard it. So basically, I'm a professional dancer. I've been dancing for a really long time. And so when you've been dancing for so long, your body kind of looks certain ways. So I was dating a guy. It was really on in our relationship and went over to his house, took my shoes off and sat on the couch with my legs out. And he's like, what's wrong with your feet? I'm like, what do you mean what's wrong with my feet? He's like, why do your ankles point downwards? Like, what's going on? And I'm like, what do you mean? And he just hated the fact that my ankles pointed downwards and not up in the air like normal people. He's like, stop it. You're doing that on purpose. And I'm like, no, that's just me naturally. And he never called me back. I never saw him again.
I'll get it.
You've melted Fev, Alicia. He's a big foot guy.
Yeah, but hang on, Fev. This is not Alicia's feet. This is her ankles. I've never heard of someone breaking up with someone over downward facing ankles.
Yeah, so it's just because I'm a ballerina, they just
imagine sitting on the couch with the lovely and...
But they're just pointed toes. They're just nice pointed toes.
It's just, you couldn't get your eyes off it. It wouldn't matter what they look like. You'd be like,
it was just the ankle. It wasn't even the toe. Like my toes flick up normal. It's literally just the ankles. Even to today, they just go downwards. So, but I'm married now and my husband loves my ankles.
I need to understand.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. You found your
need
niche.
photos of Alicia's feet. We already got Jeff's foot with no toes from Philippines. Are we a foot pic show?
I don't understand. Like, it just, I don't.
So instead of just your foot being like that. She'd be sitting there like that.
You point it out straight in front.
See ya.
Fev's got a real thing with feet, though.
Oh, God, yeah.
You
give me a 10 out of 10. If you've got bad feet, there's the
Anyway,
door.
Alicia, that is ridiculous. You're better off without that guy.
And I'm not an oil painting, but it's like, it's just your
something about feet.
Feet and smell.
Kerry in Clyde North. Hi, Kerry.
Hi, guys. How are we?
Yeah, good, Kerry. Is this you committing a trivial breakup?
Yes, my God. Nicest guy ever. Probably the only decent guy I ever dated. And I broke up with him because he wore a MASH T-shirt. And my whole family still laugh about it, and that was like 40 years ago.
Wow, great show.
But Kerry, that's one item of clothing you can get rid of.
No, but I couldn't. It gone, done.
Wow.
It's a great show.
I never
loved
watched
Not a
MASH.
great show.
It was a
Never watched
great
it.
show. There was so much happening in the emergency.
No, it didn't appeal to me at all, MASH.
Really?
But that's so funny, Kerry, because that's one item of clothing that you could
have
just
put it in the dryer
put in the
and
dryer and
shrunk
shrunk it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Oh, do you know what he's
no.
doing now?
No.
Oh, what a shame. The one that got away with the MASH T-shirt.
Helicopter pilot.
Probably dressed up as something at Comic-Con.
That's very funny, Kerry. Sam in Lara. Hi, Sam.
Hi, how you going?
Good, Sam. Who did you break up with and why?
So I broke up with a boyfriend because he had set dinners for every night, which his mum had put in place. So Thursday was carbonara night, Friday was schnitzel night, Sunday was roast dinner night. And I was just like, I can't commit to this. For the rest of
Awesome. Sam, awesome reason to leave someone. What a loser. You're not at home. Live a little.
No.
That sucks.
But Sam,
that
could
guy
you not have...
sucks.
Yeah, but hang on, maybe you couldn't massage it or get that out of him?
No, and I love cooking and I love
Oh,
experimenting, and we just, it wasn't going to work.
Oh,
Anyhow, he was in and out of jail since then, so I've definitely did
Well,
myself
there
a
he gets
favour.
regular meals and he knows what he's getting.
3 squares a day. I love this place.
You dodged a bullet, but he probably shot him. But I would say the biggest arguments that go on in our household is what's for dinner. Because there's so many different, I want this, I want that. So if it's set, this is what we're having on a Tuesday, I don't mind
I
that.
stopped asking. I just make now.
Yeah. You just make stuff.
Um,
but that, when there's not even kids involved and your boyfriend's like, tonight's schnitzel night. Shut up.
I don't mind
What
it.
a dork. What?
I like it.
Emily, an officer.
Stranger.
Hi, Emily.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, Emily. Why did you break up with someone? For what trivial reason?
Well, speaking of dinner, we're on the way to go and pick up something from like Woolies for dinner. And he said, let's get steak and chips. And I said, oh, yeah, let's get some chippies. And he was like, yeah, we'll get chips. And I said, no, chippies. He just refused to say the word chippies. It was so boring.
Great. Again, Emily, all for it.
Absolutely.
No, hang
He
on.
wanted to be silly. He was so straight edged
You
and boring.
broke up with him
Straighty
because he
180.
wouldn't say
Boring.
chippies.
Yeah,
Whereas
there
I
was
don't know if I
probably
could
some other
date a guy
reasons
that said
add up.
chippies.
No,
I'm the
but
opposite.
if you said it like Emily's clearly saying it in a silly way.
It's a chippy.
Oh, okay. Because if someone came to me and said,
No,
"Hey,
it's
hun, we're going to
steak
go
and-
and buy some chippies," I'd go, "No, we're not."
Yeah.
Melbourne's 1019, The Fox.
Oh, yeah. It's the Foxes, Fifi, Fev and Nick. This is a real treat.
It is. We love this man. We love him in the studio so much so we remember everything we've ever talked to him about, as he just learnt. Ross Noble.
Oh, what a joy to be back. That was I'm not having a go, but I didn't like the way you went. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I do that a little too often as
He
well,
does that a
Ross.
lot.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of fans out there. Some
Did it make you
girls.
uncomfortable?
Oh, yeah. No, look, it's fine. I'm just saying, it's early in
But
the morning.
you're also not his demo. You're a man of age. So
Look, all I'm saying is, is sure, there's probably a lot of people out. I'm not having a go.
No, I understand,
obviously
Ross.
A heartthrob, a sex symbol.
Thank
Scotty
you so
too,
much.
Hottie.
A lot of people there, male and female, driving around now, and a bit of a, oh, yeah.
It's a bit more later in the day, isn't it? Yeah.
It sizzles them up nice, but what I'm saying is there might be people, such as myself, right,
Geordie.
driving delivery vans.
Yes.
You know, they're trying to concentrate on the road, and they've got the sat nav on. The sat nav says, in 200 meters, turn left, and then the radio dips, and oh yeah. And I'm just saying, from a safety perspective, as you're driving along, the sat nav is like, maybe you're just reversing into a car parking space just as you get in. Oh, yeah.
yeah, slide it in. Slide it in
There's
that car.
another crash on the Monash.
I was
Ross.
about to say the traffic report will tell us in about 5 minutes all the crashes that just
Oh
happened.
my God, the amount of people who
They
will
just
be
swerved.
the car repair places, the hubcap people.
They're waiting for him to go, ooh, yeah.
He's in the pocket
Money.
of big hubcap. That's what it is. They say, can you do a sexy, in the parking space? The
About
money comes
8:30 on
in.
the Monash.
Actually, not a bad
There we
conspiracy. Isn't it? Look into it.
Yeah.
Look into that.
He gets a dollar for every ooh, yeah.
Josiah loves conspiracy theories.
Oh, do you?
Yeah,
he
Do
loves
you
them.
like any? Do you have any?
Oh, I like the idiots that like them.
Well, there you go.
Josiah.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah. Ooh, look at how flat that earth is.
It is flat.
That's fair.
Oh, dude.
Oh, are you one of
Yeah,
those?
we're in a dome, bro.
But it's different because he's taken hits to the head. Josiah's got no excuse.
Yeah.
He's just been sunning himself in the
We just
northern
don't
beaches
know.
of Sydney.
We do.
No, we don't.
We literally.
No, we listen to what people say. We're like
Yeah.
robots. Oh, believe this. Cool.
Okay.
Sometimes you got to step outside that dome.
Yeah. Can I just say, right? Can I just say, if we're talking about...
Oh, yeah.
That's my sexy talk.
Here we
all
go.
I'm
You actually
saying
got
is-
up on your perch
Yeah,
then.
I did.
You're ready to go. Stretch out.
Haunches.
Yeah.
If you're suggesting that we're living in a dome, right? How do you account for the fact that we sent the number one astronautical
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry?
Yeah.
Surely Katy Perry,
No,
of,
she
all,
just-
of
she-
all people,
She
is
just went
going to
up,
come back.
but she didn't go to a planet. She just went up to a little bit of space. How long were they there for? Not long. She's an astronaut now, and then they came back down. They didn't reach the rooftop of the dome.
Yeah.
Oh,
We're up.
Yeah, they
mate,
did.
we're like it's like the we're in a Truman Show. We are.
I'm a fool to myself.
Yeah, you are.
And how do you? And what happens to the dome? So
We don't know.
asteroids, meteorites flying in from space that hit the Earth.
They
we
just
know
drop
that.
them just to keep them on our toes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so there's somebody up
Look,
there
it's like we're a game.
on top of the
Yeah.
dome dropping the.
Yeah.
And is the
Look
dome?
at Australia. They're cruising at the moment. Look how cool they think they are. Oh, geez, we'll just send a little bit of
And
freak.
do you accept that gravity is a thing?
Is it up there though?
Oh, wow.
That's the point I was about to make.
Yeah.
So, oh, by the way, I'm doing some shows. I'll be at the Palais. I'm going to be at the Palais.
I reckon this could fit into the cranium of curiosities.
That's him.
Yeah, back to this. I want to see Ross Noble go Fev on this.
At
On
what
flat
point-
Earth.
I'm sorry to go all Brian Cox / Neil deGrasse Tyson.
He's a good
on
man,
you.
Coxie.
Are we talking about the Succession actor? Or are we talking about
Succession
the...
actor, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
talking about the
Professor.
The professor. Look at that.
Like Einstein.
The universe is amazing.
Yeah.
Look at it. It's actually a dome.
Is he
Great
saying that?
impression.
That's what he's like.
Yeah, so he's
no,
on
he
it.
doesn't say that. He doesn't. He literally doesn't.
He gets
says
it.
the opposite. So at what point, this dome that you speak of, is it? I haven't even got onto his conspiracy
right, yeah.
theories yet.
He's with me, though.
mate,
He's
so
with
would
me.
Fev,
So
yeah.
you accept that gravity
If
exists.
you're spending this much time on this, his ones will actually melt you.
Can
Call
we-
the tour off.
Can we roll through until lunchtime?
No, I've
There's
got a cashy.
So at what when you say that, I know what that means, but in my head I imagine that's you buying a cashmere sweater.
Hey,
It is
I
cold.
got one yesterday.
Did
I got
you?
a cashmere jacket.
Well, you know
Cashmere.
that.
Cashmere. Yeah, I got one yesterday.
Yeah, but you know
Down
that
at men's
those-
club.
You know the
Another
cashmere,
cashy.
the animal, you know the Angora rabbits. The cashmere doesn't exist as a creature. That's a.
I just know
It's a
Roger.
curiosity of the cranium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roger David.
Roger
Um,
Rabbit.
So the gravity,
The world's
gravity,
flat.
right? What we accept we're accepting that gravity is a thing.
Well, you can, yeah.
You're not, no, but do you accept? Are you going up against Isaac Newton now? Are you?
No, he's not going to challenge me, is
So you accept there's gravity on
he?
Earth,
Go on.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, at what point, right? If we're in a dome, does the gravity? Because obviously in space, zero gravity, is the dome directly? Is it directly on the point where gravity stops, and then where the gravity stops, and then
It's like the equator.
right?
Yeah.
So
Once you
Well
pass
said.
it.
So
woo!
is the dome being held up? But is it structurally being held down by gravity in order to keep the steel together?
Well, I spoke to
Or
Grollo. They built it. So yeah, they're a good building company.
what is the dome being held up by the lack of gravity, or is it in the gravity? What are you?
The dome is being held up by the South Pole.
Oh, the
Oh,
actual
pole.
So we're a
actual-
lollipop.
The
Hang
actual
on.
pole.
Can we
Right.
merge
We're
conspiracies
like a
now?
chup, we're like a chuppa chup.
Yeah, jump in, Josiah.
Sorry, but what about the North Pole?
That the North Pole where Santa's from, but down at the South Pole, that's where the aliens come in, isn't it?
There's a portal in the South Pole
Yes,
that no
yeah.
one's ever been able to access, Ross.
Can't get there.
So
That's
that's
convenient,
the
isn't it?
aliens. This is where they come in and out of, so we can't see them come through.
When you
the
say they
dome.
come in and out of,
Do you think they're real? There's got to be something else out there, don't they?
what the South Pole's real or the
Aliens.
aliens real?
Yeah.
You look. This is fantastic. Is anyone still listening to this?
Oh, they would be. They love it.
But hang on, is there one? But you're saying that there's a pole at the South Pole, but there's got to be one at the
I was being
North Pole.
facetious with that.
It's hard to tell.
You know
Ross.
what?
Yeah.
It's hard.
I like it. I like it a lot. And you know what?
It's a
all
good
I can-
discussion point over a couple of beers.
And you know what I can say to that? Oh, yeah.
Melbourne's 1019, The Fox.
We've had a few guests on recently who have had some cosmetic surgery, and the other day we spoke to Ollie London, and it was, to be really frank, I found it really unsettling.
Yeah.
Like that poor guy, he needed, I'm going to say, some psychological help before he went and had all that cosmetic surgery. He went from being a biological male. Then he wanted English, Caucasian. Then he wanted to become South Korean, a South Korean K-pop star. So then they changed his race with cosmetic surgery as best they could.
It was like he was on an international roller coaster. He was just going up and down.
Well, then he changed gender. So then he said, now I want to be a female K-pop star. And now where he's arrived at is he wants it all reversed and he wants to go back to being a biological Caucasian male. Now, I just think he could have saved himself all that trouble and not done any of that if someone had been there to help him or talk him through it. Or it's a real worry. And so much cosmetic surgery is happening at the moment. We all know, and it's become sort of part of the vernacular. Turkey teeth. People go to Turkey to get their veneers. That's the capital of cosmetic surgery there.
When did they take over?
Teeth.
No. Everything.
Yeah,
Turkey
I
are
know,
just the
turkey
one-stop
hair.
shop.
Gobble, gobble.
Turkey hair and turkey teeth
Wild.
are the big ones, but now move over turkey hair and turkey teeth. Now you go to Turkey for turkey legs.
What?
Turkey legs. We have, in fact, on this show a few years ago spoken to a man who had this done, but is becoming more and more popular, and Turkey are right into anything that's popular. So you can go there to have your legs lengthened. Now, this is the most painful surgery. Well, Nick, this is what you're going to have to do.
Fev's going to be worried
Nick
when
sort of has like a turkey leg and ass sort of thing. Like if he was in America, they'd want to stuff that.
So what they do is they basically, this is so painful, and you can add, I'm looking at a photo of a man who's added 12.5 centimetres to his
Wow. How long's the turnaround? Because Fev will be terrified when I come out at 6'7" next week in the Legends game.
No, wouldn't I just absolutely kneecap you?
This is what it entails.
Inspector Gadget.
Cutting your leg in half.
Oh.
Now you've got the two bones. So when you've snapped the bone in half, you put a metal rod between the two bones.
It's already one in
and
there.
then turn it a millimetre a time. So that there's a small key inserted in the and that it'll stretch your legs. Very, very painful. Forces the bones apart, and then new bone does grow. So it can, it's 10 weeks of
grim.
10 weeks if you're looking for of pain.
That is it makes the turkey teeth not seem as bad. You know, we always talk about they've got to grind it down to you got the little nubs in your mouth.
It makes lifts not as bad either.
The what?
Like lifts.
Yeah.
Just put little lifts in your shoes. Give yourself an extra cheeky 5.
Yeah, you'd be asking for 2 for 1. You'd be wanting something else lengthened too.
Would you?
Nick would.
Well, if you get your legs lengthened, do all 3.
Yeah, you can't have the be all out of proportion.
1019 The Fox.
Well, our next very special guest, recently been on Oprah's show, been with Stephen Colbert, hanging out with Prince William at the Earthshot Prize, even speaking at Yale's graduation. But finally, the place she's been wanting to come, she's here with us, Fifi, Fev and Nick. Welcome, Dame Jacinda Ardern.
Oh, such a pleasure, and totally the pinnacle of all my interviews.
Yeah, we knew Oprah was just warming you up, so it's great to have you here. And you've got your new book, A Different Kind of Power, out now, all bookstores. What an incredible story, and so many people would be interested in that because Jacinda, for me as a woman, you know, and I've grown, while I've been alive, a lot has changed for women, and we've progressed in so many ways. But to be the world's youngest female head of government at 37, does that overwhelm you to ever think, wow, I've really set a precedent here for women?
Oh, no, at the time it was just don't stuff it up. So it was probably more pressure than precedent. I think at the time I wasn't particularly aware of that. I had the benefit of being the 3rd female leader in New Zealand, so I don't remember my gender feeling a particular focus, but I certainly at the point that I found myself pregnant and was only the 2nd person in the world to have a baby while in office. That that weighed heavily.
I'm
you know,
sure.
that felt like a proof point. You have to be able to demonstrate that, you know, you can be a mum and be a leader, demonstrate that you're being a good mum, but demonstrate that it's not distracting you from your job. It was a very fine line, and I found that, challenging.
I know. Well,
Challenging.
Jacinda, we were pregnant at the same time. And I was struggling to get out of a beanbag, and you were running a country.
Very
so
true.
that's where, Fev witnessed all this. I've no idea how you managed that because, and people say to me, "Oh, you do breakfast radio and have babies." Oh, you were running a country. Did you ever feel torn? At some point, was that just so difficult to have the responsibility of the country, but the responsibility of a human you're bringing into the world?
I feel like actually that's something that's very leveling, you know, that actually being a mum, grappling with morning sickness, you know, guilt, logistics, breastfeeding, all of those things as a parent are actually just a universal human experience. And it actually doesn't matter who you are or what else you're trying to do. Some of those things are just the same.
Jacinda, how do you feel that about Australians just constantly taking your people? So someone's always a New Zealander till they start
You make
doing
it sound
well.
like a hostage situation.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
it
sure.
pretty much is. We do.
I'm pretty sure it's voluntary.
You know, it's like Russell Crowe. We're like, he's ours.
Oh,
New Zealand
man.
never push back. They just go, all right. So much
Oh,
more
no, that
relaxed.
is untrue. That is untrue. It really depends on who you're targeting. If you try and pick a crowded house, for instance,
Oh,
Yeah.
You better be home.
it's like a declaration of war.
Yeah, that's true.
We claim crowded house.
Well, we don't tell New
Yeah,
Zealanders.
exactly. I don't think New Zealanders roll over on that.
No, that's very true. And pavlova, isn't that the other bone of contention?
Oh, we do get really riled up about
Yes,
pavlova. It's
yeah.
funny because I actually don't think you guys particularly care, but we care a lot.
No, we don't.
I know you do. It's funny talking parenting, Jacinda, because and Fev, you won't realise this, but you've seen Fev's parenting up close because a few years ago he came back from a holiday and said he'd made a new friend. Now, I know for a fact you will have no memory of this, but please.
He said best friend.
He said
Yeah.
best friend.
Bestest friend in the whole world.
Fev?
We're in Hawaii and we hung out. Like, she remembers. I get.
No, I don't think so. I think that's why she just went, oh.
Well, I certainly remember Hawaii. It was my first holiday after I left office and I got food
Yeah.
poisoning. There was a lot to remember.
Yeah, maybe got alcohol poisoning because we were having a great time. No, our daughters were hanging out at I don't know where we were. Halakalani, and they were running up in the grass, and then my wife was like, "Oh my God, I think that's."
We talked about your flight and you came in from Sydney, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
my God.
Well, I do remember it was on the beach.
Yeah. Mate. And I sat there with your husband and you, and I was chatting away, but I'd had a few drinks, so my wife made my daughter come and grab me away from you because she's like, leave her alone. I'm like, mate, we're best friends.
I actually do. I even remember where we were standing. I'd come out the other side of my food poisoning by that point.
Yeah,
So
no,
it was-
you were having a great time. And our daughters were playing on the grass and they were running up and down and they're doing cartwheels and they're having a great old time. I was like, oh, God, we're friends forever. I think we're going to holiday together.
I hate to tell you, but I do remember the conversation. So, but not in a bad way.
No,
Nothing.
It was a good conversation.
Best friends and a dame. So that happened last year, Jacinda. Do you drop the dame a lot? Is it fun being a dame?
Well, do I drop it? I mean, I definitely ask people not to use it, if that's what you mean.
Drop it.
It's very aging, isn't it, really?
That's yes, you're right, actually. Yeah, plenty of time to be a dame. You don't need to be at your age.
Putting aside the fact that I don't think New Zealanders and Australians are much for titles or pomp and ceremony. I think that's certainly true as well. I don't like it feels a bit official. I ask people just to call me Jacinda, but it's also aging.
Oh, I know. But you know what? You're so
It's cool to
down
have.
to earth. You're an absolute delight. No wonder you're so popular. You became a world leader, and you're on our show. We really appreciate that. And your new book, A Different Kind of Power, out now in all bookstores. Please go and read it. It's an incredible life story. And not even a quarter through. There's so much more to come, Jacinda, so we can't wait to see what the future holds for you.
Thank you.
Yeah,
See you soon.
yeah.
Barbecue.
Barbecue,
Bye.
beautiful.
1019 The Fox.
Yeah, how good was Jacinda Ardern? What a chat. What a
And
superstar.
remembered
Loved
the
Fev.
chat with Fev in Hawaii, what was it, 5 years ago? 3
Maybe,
years ago?
yeah, it was a while back, but we've kept in touch.
But listen, we were only talking about this last week or the week before. When you see somebody famous or a celebrity out of context, it can, like, you wouldn't have expected to see standing there on the beach the New Zealand Prime Minister.
Yeah, she was just there, and I know we actually took a couple of goes at it. The whole family sitting there going, because there was no security around. We're like, she would have people because she just finished as a New Zealand Prime Minister, but you'd still have like people watching.
That's America.
She
They don't know.
But there wasn't.
Yeah, but also she just come through lockdown in New Zealand, so I
Yeah.
don't think she was that popular at the time. So
Yeah.
she would have had security.
Don't
but
worry, she got
do you know,
popular.
remember we did this a week or so ago, and 131060, the phones melted down. There were so many people calling, so let's do it again. Celebs in unusual, mundane places, like filling up the car with petrol, car wash, supermarket. Where have you seen a celebrity? Because we did have one of our favourite callers. Mohit called.
Oh, God.
And he saw cricketer Aaron Head. And
Travis Head.
She got Aaron Finch mixed up with.
Yeah.
I know Aaron Finch. I like Aaron Finch.
Finchy. He loves the show, Finchy.
But Travis Head, he saw him and Mohit got very excited.
Oh, I was eating a burger at Hungry Jack's at Swanson Street. As I was biting into the burger, I saw Travis Head walks into the Hungry Jack's. He actually went in to go to the washroom, and I asked him for a picture, and obviously he got cranky and said no. And then I followed him all the way to the Young and Jackson red light, and I said hi to him, and he said, okay, hi, and then he went away. He actually met one of his, I think, friends or I don't know, cousin, and they all went back to the Langham, I think, where they were staying. And
Did you follow them there?
Yeah, and I actually went to the match on the 26th, Boxing Day, and when Travis Head got out, I shouted, "Hungry Jack's, Travis Head, Hungry Jack's."
Still funny.
What a sledge.
Just following Travis Head around.
Stalking him.
131060. Look at the phones. They've melted again. So many people seeing celebrities in mundane places.
1019 The Fox.
And we're talking about seeing celebrities in unexpected places, like Fev just bumping into former Prime Minister of New Zealand, Jacinda Ardern, in Hawaii, just on the beach.
Just hanging out.
And you
Old
do,
mates.
you think you don't expect to see them in that environment.
But they've got to go somewhere.
You're right.
Yeah.
Everyone has to do their shopping.
Yep.
Everyone has to put out their rubbish. Like, everyone has to do this
Yeah.
stuff.
And who would have thought our kids would bring us to be best mates? It's weird, isn't it?
Best mates. Taylor in Pakenham. Hi, Taylor.
Hi, Fifi.
Taylor, who did you see?
So this was a few years ago now. I was in Sydney on a holiday with my family, and we went to Madame Tussauds Wax Museum, got a photo with all the figurines, especially Batman, because my dad is the biggest Batman fan, as am I. And when we got to the gift shop, my dad started freaking out and yelled into the women's bathrooms to my mum, come out, you've got to come quick. And she's freaking out, thinking, oh my God, something's happened. And she comes out like, oh, what's going on? And he says, I've just seen Christian Bale. And she says, I know, we saw him in the Wax Museum, you got a photo with him. He says, no, the real Christian Bale. I look over, and there he is, in real life, the real Christian Bale.
At Madame Tussauds?
At Madame Tussauds in Sydney.
Going to check out his own wax.
Yeah, what was he doing, Taylor?
I'm
Standing
not,
still?
He was he was there with his family, so I'm assuming maybe just a little
Went in to see his statue.
Yeah.
That's right. Did you talk to him?
No, this is still my dad's biggest regret to this day. We chose not to because he was with his family.
Yeah,
so we didn't want
that's
to,
nice.
Disturb that. And as soon as we left, my dad's like, I should have spoken to him. And then the rest of our holiday.
And it definitely wasn't someone that looked like him.
It was 100% him. We were there when he was filming Thor Ragnarok.
Oh, okay. Well, then that makes sense.
And I know myself and my dad could spot him from a mile away. It was 100% him.
Okay, no, I believe you, Taylor. I didn't even know Madame Tussauds in Sydney was a place to go. Would that be?
Well, it's right on the harbour.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a good spot.
Mm.
Yeah. Walk past it. Prefer
Joe
the pub
from
people.
Langwarren. Hi, Joe.
Hi, how you going?
Yeah, good, Joe. What celebrity have you seen in an ordinary place?
Mick Gatto, quite often in Bunnings.
Quite often.
I've seen him a few times there.
What's he picking up?
Oh, I don't know.
Another
I
bag.
tend to go, yeah, probably.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I usually just keep walking.
Well,
Yeah.
think about
Good
it.
man,
Everyone goes to Bunnings.
Yeah, of course.
100%.
Like you'd get
You gotta go to Bunnings.
You got to go to Bunnings.
The sausage sizzle. There's some bloody great stuff in there.
Thank you, Joe.
He might have been shocked because they've just raised heaps of money to build a school for autism. So might have been getting some
Maybe.
supplies.
Maybe. Lots of things
Yep.
you can get at Bunnings. Marina from
Get
Baldwin.
to someone else we can joke about.
Hi, Marina.
Hi, how you going, guys?
Good, Marina. What celebrity did you see?
Right, so I was living in London and I was going for a run through St John's Wood, and there was this guy in a long sort of woolen coat and a hoodie on walking his dog. And I'm thinking, gee, it was a narrow footpath. I'm like, oh, he's going so slow. And just as I went to go around him, he's turned and come into my direction, and I've run straight smack into him. And I stood back and thought, oh, I'm so sorry. Sir Paul McCartney.
What?
And then I kept running.
Did
and
you-
An hour later, I came back. I came around the corner, and I went smack straight into Sir Paul McCartney. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Hang on, you ran into Sir Paul McCartney twice?
Again. Yeah.
Did you have a chat, Marina?
No, I was so taken aback, and it just... He obviously wasn't in the mood to talk to anybody.
Not after you hit him the
No,
second
I
time. You know, this bloody stalker. That's pretty cool. He's a beetle.
Amazing. That's like, yeah, that's wow. That was like, I remember when I saw Michael Caine coming towards me and I was in a lift and I panicked because I thought I can't meet him or be too close to him. I was too intimidated. I just shut the lift doors on him. I just found it's too intimidating. There's some people you
don't need that.
I don't think I'm worthy of meeting Sir Michael Caine. So well done, Marina.
Running into him twice.
Leah in Sandhurst. Hi, Leah.
Hi, Fifi.
Hi, Leah.
Hi. I met yourself, your beautiful self, 13 years ago.
Wow. Where?
On a nightclub dance floor in Hawaii.
What's this? Senor Frogs?
Was it Senor Frogs? No,
It was, my love, it was. We were dancing the night away and we pretended that we were best friends to some other Australians that we met, and we danced the night away. Hopefully you remember.
I do remember, Leah. I would have had a cowboy hat on, a white one.
Yes, you did. You did. I've got some wonderful photos I can probably share with you.
Please
we'd
share
love
them.
that. Yeah, we'd love
Sarah
that.
and Leah, you have to send them to us. And Leah, was I talking about the bartender Chavo a lot?
Oh, you probably were, yes, but I probably can't remember either.
I was madly in love with Chavo, the Mexican bartender
What
at
about-
Senor Frogs in
Is that why
Hawaii.
you had the hat on?
What about Suki? I thought you were Suki.
That was in Maui,
Yeah.
and he was the zipliner.
As soon as
Suki,
she leaves the place, she just then she'll be in love with someone else there, and she
Yeah.
just wipes her hands with a Mexican, and boom, let's go to the little dude who
I
does
had
the
a
zip
crush
liner.
on Chavo. Oh, that was fun, Leah. That was a fun night.
That was a fun night. You were great. So
Yeah.
thanks for a great time.
Was that the night I was escorted out? Oh, one night. Because
I
they
think
had
we
those,
both were.
Remember those big, they had those big
Sorry,
bottle
you went
glasses.
to you went to Senor Frogs multiple nights.
Oh, all the
Yeah,
time.
with Jules Lund.
Yeah, that's right. Jules and I had some good nights there.
Yes.
Remember there were the, what do you call those big glasses? And then there's a bulb at the bottom.
Fishbowl.
Don't just
Yard glass. I had one of those.
My favourite
Just
one
the,
where
the
you read
hand movements then to describe that glass was way off.
Thank you,
Leah, we
Leah.
should do it again.
Oh, I'd love to. Absolutely love to. I will send the photos.
You
'cause I was
do. I can't wait.
Yeah.
My
Hawaii
favourite, my favourite
Hawaii.
spotting of you was in when you were just in a sauna in Russia, and a celebrity walked in.
Oh, yes, Patrick Dempsey.
Like, what are the chances?
Patrick Dempsey. Oh, do you not know this story? Do you want me to tell it to you today or tomorrow? Should we save it?
No, I have to use it now.
Okay, so I was in a sauna,
Yeah.
and I'd got
Cow.
well, no, only you have to stop the wrap up music, Josiah. This will take a minute. So I was going for a massage. So you know when you go for a massage, you just got your undies on and a robe. And then the lady said you can go and have a sauna before you go into your massage because your massage is going to be another 15 minutes or so. And I went, okay. And there was no one in there. So I took my robe off. I was just in my undies. And I went, I'm in Russia. Like, I think they're in Europe.
Yeah.
They
That's
don't
what they do.
topless stuff. And I lay there, but I was a bit uncomfortable. So I grabbed a hand towel. I just put it over my whatever I could of myself. And then I heard the door open. I was lying there with my eyes closed. And I went, oh, you're joking. I wanted to be by myself. And I'm kind of nude with a hand towel over my boobs. And then when I opened my eyes and looked, it was Patrick Dempsey.
Out of everyone to walk in.
Dr. McDreamy, because we were both there. I was there to interview him for the Transformers 5 movie. So it was all the Hollywood stars from Transformers.
Had you interviewed him yet?
No, not yet. How awkward's that?
She's like,
how did the interview go? Did you bring it up in the interview?
No, certainly did not bring it up. Yeah, no. And he's a happily married man with. He's good.
Why are you stuttering?
Melbourne's 1019, The Fox.
Now, friend of the show, we've had him here a number of times. I'm going to say honorary Melburnian. Jeremy Piven, welcome back.
Thank you. It's good to be here. I think the last time I saw you, I had literally just gotten off a plane.
Yeah.
And you guys were so good to me. So I guess in that tradition, here I am just, off a plane from Perth. But I'm happy to be here, so I can't really take any responsibility for what I'm about to say.
Has no one
I'm pretty beat up.
Has no one told you there's hotels here? Like, you feel free to sleep the night before.
Oh, no. The street is fine. I love the street. And, I just, I've been all over, and there's a lot of meth going on in certain areas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just take a little and play through.
Meth responsibly.
Meth
Perth. Perth's like going to another country. It's so far away.
No one's in Perth by accident. You know what I mean?
They go there to hide.
Yeah, exactly. They're in the witness protection program. Yeah. There are a lot of interesting people. No. Listen, Perth is... Look, here's the great news about Australia. I do really mean it when I say I love it. And the worst cup of coffee in Australia will be the best coffee you'll ever have in the States.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable. I love it. And even in Perth, they welcome me with open arms. And I keep saying on my Instagram, you got to go where you're loved with Australia and not where you're tolerated. And I'm loved here. And that's why I keep coming back. I have a great time. I mean, I take this very seriously. And, the people in Australia, everyone's got a sense of humor and they're smart. And so you got to bring it with them.
Guilty.
And I love it. I love it. No, I mean, I get it's like all my stuff lands here.
Yeah.
Because people are just, they get it. They're
I'm having a good time.
Yeah, I have a great time.
Yeah.
Great time. Now, as you can tell, I'm stretching.
Yeah, what are you doing out there?
I'm getting old. And this is how you know you're getting older. I used to look at a woman in a short skirt and I'd be like, God damn, she's hot, right? And now I'm like, I wonder if she's cold. Yeah, so this is why I'm stretching. Got to keep stretching.
Well, actually, would you mind? We have a game we play. It's called Is It Amazing? And our wonderful listeners here in Melbourne, they call in with amazing stories.
Okay.
Well, they're not always amazing. They're pitching their best stories they've got, Jeremy. And you've worked in Hollywood with the best writers, the best creatives in the world.
Yes.
You know a good story.
Yeah.
I mean, Ari Gold, even your most famous character, he knows a good pitch.
Absolutely.
So we're going to get people to call in with their stories.
Okay.
Do you out of interest, do you have an amazing story?
I mean, I just feel like every day of my life, there's something that something completely surreal happens. I mean, I remember, I'm having a moment right now, the weirdest kind of like chat show moment, we call them talk shows, I ever had was, I thought I was taking some chocolate out of my refrigerator. I was on my way to do Jimmy Kimmel, and I took it, and it was they were mushrooms.
Oh, yes.
And so suddenly, I'm peaking on mushrooms, but I'm being interviewed on live television. But I had this moment where everything was echoing, and I didn't know. No, it was it was completely surreal. So I can say that I've definitely been on mushrooms and bombed on live television. Yeah. So that was very, very surreal. Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Okay.
See, that's the type of story I want to hear.
So up next.
Some people call in and go, I'm born on December 13th and my son was on the 14th. Who cares?
Right.
Be off chops on Kimmel.
That's the viciously mediocre story. Maybe you guys should have another, for really boring stories.
Oh, we do.
Oh, you do? Okay.
It's a little bitch.
Oh.
13, 10, 60. If you've got an amazing story, you can tell Jeremy Piven next. More right after this.
1019,
The Fox.
Is it amazing? Yes, it's amazing.
But yeah, very special edition with Jeremy Piven.
This is
judging.
This is a rough start. When the song isn't amazing, he's breaking him, and that's Fifi singing.
That was me. That's okay.
No. It was you hit all the notes. It was just the song itself will be haunting me.
Yes, which is an Alex Lloyd issue, actually. That's no, not great. But here we go. We've got Daniel from Caroline Springs. Hi, Daniel.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Say hello to Jeremy.
Hey, Jeremy, how you going?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, pretty good, thanks, mate.
Nice.
Now, Daniel, no pressure, but this story would want to be amazing.
Look, I think it's amazing. It blows everybody's minds that we tell. My wife grew up in England, in Kent, England, and she kind of had a high school bestie, like a best mate in high school. And when she left school, they kind of lost touch. They didn't stay connected. This was back in the late 90s, in 98. 14 years later, she's relocated to Australia. She had an opportunity to buy a Specsavers franchise.
Specsavers is a glasses store, Jeremy.
Okay.
Yeah, bifocals. So she's come to Australia, Victoria, Melbourne, and bought a Specsavers franchise and set up. So they have annual conferences. So she attends her very first conference. And who should she meet in that conference is her high school best mate, who also relocated to Australia and bought a Specsavers franchise. And it's about 45 minutes. Their stores are 40 Moonee Ponds and Tarnee. And they had no interest in optics or anything in school. It was just out of the blue. And that is the universe just saying, sorry, guys, you are meant to be mates forever. And they're best mates again. And we were in his wedding. He was in our wedding. And they
it's a he. Ooh.
Yeah, well, he married his husband, and we were in their wedding. So
you're safe.
You just had to chuck that one in there, didn't you, Daniel?
Well, Daniel, I have a very strong opinion about this, but we're going to check with Jeremy first. What do you think? Is that amazing?
I have to say that's one of the worst stories I've ever heard about. No, I'm just kidding. No, I love that story for many reasons because I agree with you, not to get too spiritual this morning, but I think we have to embrace that we're on the right path with certainty, and I like that story a lot. That's beautiful, and we are exactly where we're supposed to be. So thank you. That was amazing.
It was. I agree. Well done.
Let's all hold hands.
Daniel.
Let's hold hands and sing Kumbaya.
That coffee has really turned you around, I reckon. I think two sips ago you would have destroyed him.
Yeah, I would have crushed him. I would have gone Ari Gold on him.
Yeah, can you Ari Gold someone,
Speaking
please?
of specs, I can't see what this is about.
We've got Carolyn from Clyde North. Hi, Carolyn.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're great. Say hi to Jeremy.
Hey, Jeremy.
Hey, how are you? Welcome.
Thank you.
Now, let's hear this amazing story, Carolyn.
My previous employer took all the office staff on a hot air balloon ride over Melbourne, which was awesome. On the way back, I'm on the bus and I'm checking Facebook, and my son, who had been stuck in traffic, had taken a photo on the Princess Highway of this hot air balloon that was flying really, really low, and that was the balloon I was in.
Surely.
He had no idea that I was doing that on that day.
So he just randomly took a photo of a hot air balloon, not knowing that you were in that balloon.
Okay, Ari Gold.
I like that.
No, here's the deal. The reality is I'm on a different time zone and I have trouble sleeping. So when I'll listen to this story on repeat just to make me fall asleep. That was basically mediocre.
You're a really nice person, but it's just not amazing.
That got him up and
turns out we're all not on the same path.
That was a lot of hot air for that balloon.
Jeremy Piven, thanks for coming in.
Thank you guys so much.
Enjoy the coffee, mate.
Cheers. Thank you, guys.
Live from the Fox Studios in South Melbourne, it's the Foxes. Fifi, Fev and Nick.
Fifi, Fev and Nick's podcast is thanks to What If. You're only a what if away from a great summer holiday. What if it's Aussie for travel?
Wake up with Fifi, Fev and Nick.